Hello, my friends. Are we on the audio? We are on the audio. I am Thaddeus. This is Going Nerdy. Today, we are going to be doing our last minute live stream. This is the time when I have put off all of my streaming to until now. Today we are going to be facing. I said, facing. We're gonna be facing. I kind of sounded like Omega right there. Let me adjust this just a bit. No, that's better. Man, all right, here we are. So I'm going up against Jieun, Jieun, J-I-E-U-N. I don't know how to say that. First battle, we got 4 hours. Down here, we are going up against Django. We got a Maul. We've got Qui-Gon with this very nice Omicron. We got Captain Phasma. Up top, we've got Mr. Tarkin, we've got Traya, we've got Rebel Leader Leia Organa, and where's the other one? Commander Cody. Now, this will be an interesting one. Traya is actually one that I'm a little nervous about. I'll be 100% honest. Because look at all of the Omicrons that are on this. Like, everyone's got an Omicron but Nihilus. And Malgus has 2. That's a little scary. I'll be honest. It's a little terrifying. We are live streaming Duchess Juan Sanchez. Welcome. First time watching. Well, I hope I don't disappoint. Just remember that my goal here is to have fun, not necessarily to, show you how to play correctly. Although I am going to do my best, obviously. That just seems, why would I not? Let's take a look real quick at Juan's Jean's. I hope it's not Jean. For his sake. June might be in. Let's take a look at my opponent's roster real quick. We have 4 different galactic legends, all relic 8, which is not a bad place to have them. Scrolling down, we see a lot of pretty good stuff. Looks like his geos aren't fully equipped. Looks like a fairly new player, probably, with all of these things. Maybe bought the hyperdrive bundle, which, I mean, if you're gonna spend, that's the way to start it off. That hyperdrive bundle, when it was officially $100, was ridiculous, but now that it's only 50, that's not bad at all. Inventory looks like he's got. Let's take a look at this. Go down. He's got the Executor. He's got the Profundity. He's got some good ships. Let's check it out. That's all right. Let's get to it. He's a member of Exodus. So whatever that is. You haven't missed anything, Run. Any tips for Gas versus Malgus? It's my first time against him. His Malgus has no Malak, but does have Talon Murado, Dreven, and Basti. Ooh, that's a great question. Does he have... And am I pumped for Celebration? I am absolutely pumped for Celebration. Super pumped for Celebration. Hopefully the rumors are true, and this is a celebration to celebrate Kathleen Kennedy and her exit. That's my biggest of hopes. We'll see what actually happens, though. That's a good question. So I'll leave it out to the audience. Who any tips for Gas versus a Malgus? It's his first time against him. His Malgus has no Malik, but does have Talon Marauder. The next, yes, I 100% agree, Dark Jealously. We need to make shirts. I actually have a shirt design that is awesome. It's a velociraptor riding a shark holding guns, and there's a rainbow behind it. And I want to find a very not connected word that I can put under, like read or unity or potato salad. I don't know. We'll see. Something that's super silly and off the wall. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to come down here first. Oh, Filoni to get a trilogy. They are supposed to announce 3 new films. So let's go to Captain Phasma first. Ooh, Phasma 555. I've had some bad luck with using just the Wampa. Let's see. I don't think I've got my droids in. If not Separatists, yeah, I don't have my Separatists available. So let's go ahead and let's do 50 first. This is going to be a little bit of overkill. But as I always say, better overkill than underkill. And if you're from the Shire, better overhill than underhill. Ha! That was a bad. I think read is it is a universally good one. I think that would be a. Oh yeah, the word read will definitely be a naughty word eventually. People be like, oh yeah, read. I mean, anything can be a naughty word, especially in our society. You're right. Like one of the words I was looking for was like maybe history, or so when are we having our chat? That's a great question, Nev. I kind of want it to be fully geared towards this. Now, for those of you who don't know, Nev and I are going to be discussing the rumors around, I don't know, tonight. Are you free tonight, Nev? So I'm over here on Twitch and YouTube. For those of you who don't know, Disney is going through some changes. And the Nev and I have been kind of covering this on and off for a while. And I think it's about time that we need to have another conversation, because there is some huge news going around Disney. Now, why Disney? Why do we care about Disney? Well, because, Disney and Star Wars, right? But, yeah, let's have that conversation tonight. Let me get with my missus and find out when is a good time for her not to need me. What was that? Did something just happen? I heard like a guitar string. Did I move over an ad? I feel like I might have. The GC incident. What was the GC incident? Remind me. That's Galactic Cruise Liners. The Gina Carano incident. Yes, we have been covering it off and on since the Gina Carano incident. And for those of you who don't know, Gina Carano and her character Cara Dune are not officially dead. And They've been written off of sorts, but they're not dead, which is super important because why would they be? Right? It's one of those things that that we need to discuss. And so tonight, the Nev and I will find a date and time, and I'll post it I'll post it as a live event tonight. But there's a lot going on. The short answer, and I don't know if it's like the best short answer, is that Disney might be selling Lucasfilm. It's huge. But it really makes you wonder. Now, I think Nev and I will go into this, but it's really there's a lot of interesting things going on, and the fact that Star Wars Celebration is this week, there's a lot of really big potentially stuff that's gonna happen. So I'm pretty excited for all of it, to be honest. I wish it was here. Honestly, it would be cool. It would be awesome. If it were here, I could argue going, because it's spring break for me, guys. That's why I'm streaming in the middle of the day and not at night. That's why I have the potential to be able to stream in the middle of the day and at night, because spring break. Yeah, I mean, because when Kathy gets fired, she's like, her contract is up soon, so it's not even that like she's gonna get fired. It's like when everything is done, you know, when she's out. That's the happiness that I bring, that she will bring to the table, and I'm excited for it. I really am. Oh, Dark Jillas, you lucky man. It snowed yesterday. It snowed this morning. It's not a happy time. It's not happy fun time for me. Let's see. CLS could do it. Here, let's go. Let's jump up to Django real quick. Who would be a good Django? Let's do CLS right up here. I'm here now. Oh, you're over on my YouTube? Okay. Well, welcome, the Nev. It's always good. Now, I'm curious, Nev. Are you still playing SWGOH? Every time I see you, you're playing Call of Duty. So I'm very curious. Are you still SWGOHing up? SWGOHing it up. Oh, dude! Like seriously, it's been snowing so much that they're like afraid it's gonna flood. Like all of the snow in California, all that crazy weather in California, like it hits Utah. Like it's just going over the mountains. Right, you guys in like the center of the country are getting like hurricanes and tornadoes and like other random crap. Like we're getting snow. It's insane. Now it's huge because like we've been in a drought forever, and this is awesome for us. But at the same time, it's like, oh my gosh, just be done. Just be done. Yeah, snow. It's been insane. Like just all year. Yeah. See, that's kind of what I'm doing. I still like streaming. Mostly because I like talking with you guys. I mean, I've said this before. To me, SWGOH is all about. Well, you're gonna have to boot up the PC tonight, man. That's gotta happen because we got to talk about it. Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take out. I know. I love it. It's fun. I like I didn't get to stream the last couple of times, and then the last time I didn't get to stream something like that. Darth Maul. Who's a good Darth Maul? He didn't have Vader, so let me use my bounty hunters. Oh, but he has a good bounty hunter team is. Should we try? I don't think that's gonna work. Wampa? No, because he's got a stunner. Well, I don't know. Let's try it out. Let's see. Evasion up and health steal. Boom. Let's do it. Let's just run with it. Because, you know, who cares? It's just a game. Easter is in 3 days. I'm actually pretty excited. We're doing a Easter thing at my mother-in-law's house on Saturday, and then just church at home, and we'll see where it goes. I might make some deviled eggs because, you know, it's Easter. What's better at Easter than deviled eggs? Ham is the best thing at well, I mean, like, Jesus is probably the best thing at Easter, but like I love ham. It is delightful. Friggin' ham. I'll eat ham every day of the week. It is the most delicious thing. I love it. I love ham. Let's go get that guy on. Shablam! He hits. He stinks. There was a pie at Costco the other day, and it was a peanut butter pie. And I tell you, it was really good. It was like a chocolate peanut butter pie. It was crazy tasty. Crazy tasty. All right, let's see what he's got on his back row here, and then we'll figure out the top. Actually, I've been trying to play. I've told you guys for a while. I've been refinishing my basement, and so it's nearly done. There are some final touches that need to be done, but like that's kind of what's taken me out. I've had to refinish my basement. I've had to, pay attention to some other things. And so it's been rough to be able to stream. Let's see, Dash is up. Mon Mothma's up. And Admiratus. And so finally, this is where I'm going to be. This is going to be my station in life, my location for the next bit. I don't plan on moving anytime soon, but I'm really, really excited to be in a location. So I do want to put up some. I'm going to make some stuff to put on my walls to kind of dampen the sound. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm excited. And hopefully I can start streaming a little more. So yeah, that's good. Anyway, where was I? Summer, Easter, deliciousness. We had a question at the beginning. Any tips on how to defeat a Malgus with gas? Let me bring up a Treya real quick. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna do my mixed here. Let's do Night Sisters. Look at this. Like, I love this new artwork for this. The Tale of Peter Rabbit and Benjamin Bunny. I'll have to give it a shot. Like, look at that scene, man. That's dope. Good on him. She does look like a fairy, though. You know, like she looks like she's got wings. I don't remember the Night Sisters having wings. I might be mistaken. Talia, she kind of looks like, I don't know, Mr. Sinestro from Star Wars. Or not Star Wars, from X-Men. Let's do a First Order as well. Let's bring in... Who do we want to bring in? Let's bring in this guy. No. Let's bring in this guy. Do I have any... Revive them. Oh, this will be fun. This should do well. As far as your First Order, I'd have to look at Malgus's abilities. Talon's not someone I would super worry about, but she's probably one I'd want to get out of the way quickly. For me, I just want to make sure that my little zombie there is always taunting, because otherwise it's gonna get rough quick. But I do like this new character, Mirrin. I was looking over her kit yesterday, just kind of real briefly, and she looks dope. I think she's going to be a great addition to the Night Sister team, and I'm very, very happy about that. Night Sisters need some love, you know. So also, and I got to review the book. There was a Star Wars book from Pawn. How are you? There was a Star Wars book that covered. Oh, take that, turd monger. That was lucky because I'm clearly not paying attention. There was the new Fallen Order book that came out, and it was interesting. Interesting is probably the best word for it. I don't know how I feel about it, and it didn't... Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that. It didn't necessarily provide much information for what I assume is going to be, like, the game, right? I was really hoping that, like, it would be like, oh, yeah, the game, it's gonna like be like, tell us where we're all at and how everything's going. I mean, it might, but I'm still not entirely sure that it will. It was fun, it was fine, but it wasn't like, oh man, this is so good, everyone just go out and read it. Like Brotherhood was that way. I was like, Brotherhood was dope. Some other books, the Thrawn, obviously, was amazing. I'm still not convinced that Thrawn is going to be the big bad guy. I think I'm doing good, Pawn. I'm doing really good. I think the big bad guy of the Mandoverse is not going to be Thrawn. At all. In fact, I think Thrawn will be kind of a gatekeeper for whoever the big bad guy is. It's lost its... So Nev, to an extent, I agree with you. I think there is some... I don't know. There is some exactly who do I think rescued Gideon? Well, look at the evidence. The evidence, it was a... No, Thrawn is not going to be the Thanos. I humbly disagree. Bon, I don't disrespect your opinion. I disagree with it. Thrawn is not going to be the Thanos. I think it will depend on what happens, and Nev and I will talk about this tonight. If Lucasfilm does get sold, and OG canon gets brought back in, and the whole Galactic Legends becomes the new EU, you know, the extended universe that's not a thing, then yeah, I think very well Thrawn could be the main bad guy. All right, and I will try to counter your argument, Nev. I will, not knowing what it is. So the rumor is that Lucasfilm is getting sold, and Nev and I are going to discuss that tonight. Let's look at this old lady. Who's a good... What? No. The rumor is that Lucasfilm will be sold. Now, if it is, and they bring back EU, absolutely, Thrawn will be the big baddie. If they don't, right? If Lucasfilm is not sold, then what will happen is Thrawn... Thrawn will be either the gatekeeper. He might be, for those of you familiar with like the hero's journey, like Thrawn might potentially be, it would be, oh, Pond. Although it would probably be more family friendly if that were the case. Honestly, if they were to sell it, I would hope that it goes to Warner Brothers. Like I can't think of a better place in my mind, you know, then you can have a bridge between Warner Brothers and Disney, because you know they're not going to sell. So the short answer is there's been a rumor, Azura. Yeah, there's been a rumor that that Disney is that Disney's on the way out. We're going to cover this tonight. I don't know. What do you think? Should we do 8 local time, 8 mountain time? Give people a chance to get home from work and have dinner and whatnot. I don't know. So that's the rumor. The rumor is that it's going to be sold. What in the world? I'm seeing a lot of like random Malgus alone could do this, is what I'm seeing. Some people's. That's weird. Having Cody there is not a. I'm gonna do this. I think this will be fine. But yeah, so that's the rumor. Now, I'm not buying it. I think that it is very possible that our supreme overlord Dictor Van Doomcock has been lied to. But we'll see. I don't know. It'll be 9 p.m. my time. Yeah, 9 p.m. your time. So 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 9 p.m. Central. Let's do it. I will stream on YouTube and Twitch. So I'll hail the future ruler of Earth. But I don't know. I'm not 100% sold. Now, granted, I don't have spies on the inside, like he claims he does. I believe that he does. His stuff has been just stick with YouTube. All right. I'll stick with YouTube. So we'll just go. We'll just do it on YouTube tonight. Because Nev doesn't like when I multi-stream, because it causes many problems. But it's so much fun to multi-stream, because then I can say multi-stream, and it's just an enjoyable thing. Now, I mentioned earlier that I'm on my spring break, and you know what's awesome about spring break? I can take naps. I love naps. Naps are wonderful. After this stream, I might just take a nap. And I'm kind of excited for that. That's true. If I screw up, it's only on one platform and not two. That's a valid point. And let's face it, I have made some mistakes in the past. Let's see, who am I going up against? Oh yeah, just this guy. Grand Moff Tarkin. You know what? Let's do Imperial Troopers. I'm seeing. So the short answer. Nev, you asked who freed Gideon. Okay. Well, remember, Gideon was in charge of Mandalore during the time, so he would have had access to Mandalorian armor. The good Moff, yes. No, that ain't gonna work. I'll just do it without it. So Mandalorian alloy, there's that whole thing. He would have had access to Beskar, right? Now we also know that the Mandalorians will be a fleet for a price, right? What if as part of this the fleet they have, what if they have the 6th fleet, right? What if they have control of the 6th fleet, or Moff Gideon has control of the 6th fleet? What if one of the things that they bring back in, because they said that they would bring stuff in, is the Katana fleet? What if Moff Gideon has control of the Katana fleet, right? You wouldn't need to be a crazy powerful warlord. You wouldn't need to be a crazy powerful Imperial remnant if you had control of the Katana fleet. Now, obviously, if Gideon doesn't have it, it's under Thrawn's control. That's like, I 100%. If they bring anything back from the EU and they don't end up selling, and they don't bring back EU related content, the Katana fleet will absolutely be one of those things that they bring in. It just makes the most sense. Nev says if I'm overthinking it, which is probable. If I've learned anything from one thing from the recent shows, is they don't complicate things one iota. Everything is made obvious. Well, that's my thought though. If everything's made obvious, like this last episode was telegraphed, right? All of it has been telegraphed. I said a couple of episodes when they visited Mandalore and Din got destroyed by the mini General Grievous. like it was a clear sign. Hey, guess what? He lost the Darksaber to this thing, right? It's the transit of power. He lost the Darksaber to this thing. This thing is now, you know, the Darksaber's master. And then Bo-Katan saved the Darksaber, saved Din, so therefore Bo-Katan is the rightful owner of the Darksaber, right? That's what this is, right? That's all that this is. Do I want to do? You know what? Screw it. I'm going in with all of them. Yeah, it's the master of the genie, right? Who's in power? Who's in control? And Bo-Katan is the one, right? Bo-Katan is the person who's got the power. People are coming and leaving my house. I don't know who it is. It's this. No, Star Wars crossover was with Aladdin was when they had Star Wars Rebels, and Ezra Bridger is Space Aladdin. That's absolutely what that is. He is Space Aladdin. Sabine Wren is, you know, Space Jasmine. Shablam! And let's go kill Han Solo real quick. But yeah, right. Din is now, Din's just a follower. I mean, let's face it, Din and Bo-Katan are gonna hook up. They're gonna have little, you know, Mando babies, and Din's gonna be the king consort of whatever. I have spoken. This is the way. But he won't take his helmet off during. That's Creed. I don't mean to be gross and, you know, inappropriate, but that's just the thing. But like, that's the thing. It can't be a bait and switch. It can't. So the bait and switch is in. It's not a Mandalorian. It's not about the Mandalorian. It's the Bo-Katan show. Din is just a good follower. Dude's not even a bounty hunter anymore. That's a valid point. Dude's not a bounty hunter anymore. But he's a Mandalorian. So the way that I view this show, first two, Nev, I think you're right. Yeah, it would be awkward to procreate without taking your helmet off. That's how little green Yoda babies are created. That's gonna be yeah. Okay, I'm done. I'm not going down that road. Let's see. Let's do this. But here's the thing. Like, it's always been about Bo-Katan. Like dude, like Clone Wars was about Bo-Katan. You know, like huge swaths of the story have been about Bo-Katan, right? I don't know. I don't see how that's a bait and switch. Now, The Mandalorian, yes, has been, season 1 was absolutely about Din Djarin, right? But The Mandalorian is a moniker. It's a name, right? And so therefore it can be about whoever the Mandalorian is. Now, I like that they're bringing in the cultural aspect of this. I like it. I will be honest. This last episode felt when there was the police tape that was brought in, and I'm not saying a whole time. It felt like it was like Mandalorian SVU with and Bo-Katan was Mariska Hargitay, whatever her name is. And it was like, what do we got here, Mando? And they were looking at the body, and I was like, yeah, this is Special Victims Unit. And the special victim was a droid, right? Now, granted, it wasn't that type of special victim, and so I'm not trying to undermine that work. I'm just trying to make fun of a TV show that's been around for 40 years. But since it is I was just worried there. It froze on me real quick. Since it is a a serial now, it's got to follow a specific pattern. I don't know. Like, it's... Yeah, nothing singles him out, Nev. You're right. He says him being the only Mando that goes out and does bounty hunting is what made him special. Getting the Darksaber made him special. What makes him special now? What singles him out now? Nothing. That's right. And I think that's the point. The point is that he is Mandalorian, right? This is bringing the whole crew back together. This is bringing everyone, you know, this is the love, right? Honestly, I just think this is just reestablishing the lore, or reestablishing Mandalorian. Now, part of me, if they are going with what we've known in the past, is they're going to build this up to episode 7, which, again, if they sell Disney, is neither here nor there. It could go anywhere. But the idea is that they've got to show reasons why things are happening, right? And by that I mean they've got to show that, hey, you know what? There's a reason why the First Order was able to take over so many different places, and it's because there might have been a war between Mandalore and the New Republic, right? Right. There's a lot of different things that could play out here. I don't think that it is. So lots of people, like I was looking at the reviews, like this is, I think, the worst episode. This last episode was the worst reviewed episode of The Mandalorian so far, which is saying something. It was on, I just looked on IMDb, brown gloves and white boots. What? Does he have white boots? Who's got white boots? Pun? I don't know, but like this was absolutely the worst. Now it's still at like a 6.5, which means over half still like it. Am I gonna lose Damon? I'll be upset. Jedi Master Luke. Well, I mean, sometimes. Jamal? Sorry, it's just the... Get rid of Kyle Katarn. Throw in some pow! Or as I like to call it, the pow! All right, there we go. I was a little worried there for a second. All right, so Mon's dead. I think I'm down to the ships now. No, I'm. You're right, but like, what if the Mandalorian leaves the Din Djarin show and becomes about the Mandalore, right? The ultimate, person. I don't know, like, I think that would be kind of cool to see. Will we see it? It's hard to say. It really is. Because there's so much going on right now there's so much uncertainty, to be completely honest. Like there's too much uncertainty with everything that's going on, and it bugs me. Like it really does. Like it really kind of gets at me, because I'll be honest, like the books haven't been as good as I would like. I mean, there've been a few here and there, but like the books have not been great. And that's one of the things that really has been one of the driving forces for me, is the books keep me in, now I haven't read the comics. There's some really cool comics out there that look, that look pretty dope. I don't know if I can handle another revamp, you know, another, all right, all of this is not canon anymore. Now, whatever they end up doing, they need to stick with, right? That's, for me, that's the thing. There are aspects of the sequel trilogy that I really like. I like Rey. I like Finn. I like Poe in episode 7. And then all of a sudden it becomes just weird, you know? Like probably the end of episode 7 is when I'm like, all right, that's when they kind of lost me. Like if you've ever seen the interview with Mark Hamill when he talks about being in episode 7 and he's like reading the script and he says, and then the sword gets pulled and he's like, oh, that's when Luke comes in and he saves the day. And it's like, oh no, it's Rey. Okay. That's what you're like. That's like, that was shocking to him. And it should have been shocking to us. Like that's where he should have come in. Right. And the first thing that he did in episode 8 was throw the lightsaber. No, that shouldn't have been done at all. Right. Like they messed it up. They messed it up bad. There's so much that went wrong. And so can they fix it? I believe my good friend Nev says no. I think they can. I think it's fixable. But I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that needs to make some changes, to be 100% honest. And man, I don't know, how they're going to do it. Let's see. I'm looking at Home One and I'm looking at Thrawn. Let's see. Let's do Thrawn and then we'll do our bounty hunters, and then for Home One we'll do something else. Oh, no, I gotta pay attention or else I'm gonna do the thing that I always do. Blammo. All right. I'm excited to see for this game, for SWGOH, I'm very excited to see the introduction of the Mantis crew, which will be fun, I think. We've already seen a few of them added. I think we are getting, I don't know, we're getting Mirrin today or tomorrow, I think, one of these days. She was announced, and so she's on her way. I'm pretty stoked, I'll be honest. We need Grizz, because I want that ship. Right? I absolutely want that ship. Boop. Hit up Darth Maul here. And the death. No, I'm curious though. I don't know if they've announced anything, if they're sending people to Star Wars Celebration, EA, with, at least for this game. I don't think they are. Chimera is down. And then let's go to Home One. Let's do this. And this, and this, and this, and this. I'm just bringing them all in. I think it's this guy and this guy. All right. Falling over. All right. Kyle Katarn starts off with a big old hit. Oh, Anakin. And then blammo! Ooh, I love that. Love that. That's a wonderful. Let's go ahead and do this. Plo Koon. I'm going to show you guys here in a minute. You probably won't recognize it right off the bat, but my GP has dropped by like 500,000. Maybe not that much, but it's dropped a lot. I've finally had the time to tweak my mods. That's what she said. So, all right, let's see. Going Nerdy 1852. That's good. That's good. That's a good number. Not sure if my opponent, he's already posted 78. We'll see how it goes. He did obviously leave his Galactic Legends for his defense or for his offense. So this is where I'm at. I am still farming the Inquisitorius. They are driving me absolutely mad. BT and 000, so close. I've had days where I've farmed and gotten like one. These guys, I've been working on them for like a month and a half now, and I will be excited when they are done. I'm trying to make sure that I keep all of the equipment that they need to at least get to gear 12. But maybe I only drop like 100,000 because that would make way more sense. But like I've got my Phoenix up there. I've got my Inquisitorius up there. I'm really excited. Sortie and Zori Bliss are the two that I'll be going for after this. Once BT and 000 are relics, I'm putting them all the way to 5 because I want what's her face. Then I'll be relicking. Then I'll be finishing out my second sisters, or my Inquisitorius, but only after I get Doc Aphra. Once I get Doc Aphra, she's going to relic. She's going to be my main focus. Once these two are 7-star, they will be my main focus. Then we've got, like I said, my Inquisitors. So I'm really excited about that. Zori Bliss and Sortie, I don't know. I'm working on them because they're at the farmable point. I'm looking at all of these others, and there's a lot of characters that I want to raise. My Bad Batch, they're all 7-star, but there's a lot of gear required for them, and I'm just not there yet. I think I'm going to go back through and get some of these other characters who don't require as much. So like the Hoth Rebel Soldier, who don't require crazy gear requirements. Same thing with Stormtrooper, Hoth Rebel Scout. I'll probably get those guys to gear 12, if not relic, simply because I want them to be useful. Same thing with, I think it's not Snowtrooper maybe a little bit, but I feel like some of these other Night Sisters might show up and play some kind of role here in the next little bit. Poor T3, he's been wanting to be relicked for a while now, and he's just struggled. He's had a rough go. But let me switch it back up. I don't know. I feel pretty good about where I'm at, to be 100%. I've considered wailing a little bit, throwing out some stuff, because I just recently went through and deleted all the mods on my characters, on my mod thing that were Relic 5, Tier A, 15, not Relic 5, level 15, Tier A, and had a speed below 10. So I kept 10 was my cutoff. And so I went through and I took mods off of everybody who was low. Now, because I kept hitting that threshold of mods, I stopped for a bit and I had to go back through and
I redid some stuff. Part of the reason why I'm thinking of part of the reason I'm even considering whaling just a teensy bit is one, for crystals, because farming sucks. You know, I'm at a place in my life where I can drop a little bit here and there, but it's these things, right? I want the best shards, the best mods I possibly can. I went through Jabba. My Jabba, his speed was at like 520, 515 or something like that. I went through and I got him up. You know, these aren't even my best speeds, but they're the good ones. They're good ones. And so I was like, all right, dope. This is what we're going to do. Now I want to make sure that the rest of my hut team first is effective, is good. And then I'm going to jump to, I don't know. I'll probably go to the Sith Empire next, Sith Eternal Emperor next. And then, because Sith Eternal Emperor and really can do a lot of stuff by himself, or with just Middlemouth from the Separatist crew, right? Wat Tambor. And then I'll probably jump to Kenobi, and then do Supreme Kylo Ren, and then Rey. The idea would be to, where can I get the most bang for my buck, right? And so that's kind of where I'm at. But again, I need the crystals. And ships, let me show you. I mean, I do pretty good, but I tend to forget about ships. Like, I get the top 5 most every other day, you know, but that's only bringing me a couple 100 crystals, you know, so I don't know. This is where I'm at. I like it. I feel pretty good. Let me just double check. There's 1 minute and 30 seconds left. I think I did. Okay. This is also my crew. I mean, we're doing pretty well. We tend to do stuff like this, which is really frustrating at times. I think the highest we've gotten is like 32, 33 stars, which is not bad. And it's great, actually. But we'll see. I don't know. Anyways, guys, thank you for joining me. Have a great rest of your day. Join us tonight at 8 Mountain Time, 9 Central, where Nev and I break down all of the news, all of the rumors that are going around the with Disney and Star Wars and all of this jazz. It is going to be a very, very interesting conversation. So join us for that. This has been Thaddeus. Like, subscribe, share, and as always, my friends, smile.